sit down here to say, oh, no, I want to criticize this person or that person. I even want to pray for them. So
Yes.
that, like the guy that was doing all of those stuff to me, sometimes, I just look at this guy and say, look, I mean, maybe God should just, touch him, because God should give him the spirit to love some. It doesn't have anything except a big truck and two dogs, and that is the world. And somebody with that limited kind of relationship, a dog and cat that you are grooming, they can, even when you wrong them, they can't comment. But human being will always say, oh, you did this wrong. But he's used to that not being questioned, so that's why he feels that it's okay to treat people anyhow. But for me, it doesn't really matter, because at the end of the day, I keep praying that God should open his eyes so that he can understand that what he's doing might just not be right.
Okay. And the what matters to you?
What matters to me?
Yes.
God,
Yes.
family,
Yes.
relationship.
Relationships. Okay.
So God first, because at the end of the day, even if I'm trying to take care of my kids, if I'm trying to train them, the only one that can help them to be better is not me. Though I shout a lot with them, because like where we come from, my kids were born in the West, and they always want to behave anyhow. But because of the environment. But if we were born in Africa, you know that you got to be, from year one in school, you have to be smart, do things right. Yeah. So again, I rely on God to take care of them for me.
Yes.
That's number one. Then number two is my relationship, with my family. I mean, I want to be able to lead them to the level that so even if I'm no longer, they say, oh, you know what, I got a good dad,
Yes.
that kind of a thing. I mean, like I was in church my men's fellowship. We were talking last Saturday.
Yes.
What would people, if I die today,
Yes.
what would people say about me?
Yeah.
What would people say about you? Would they say, oh, that guy is an asshole? Or would they say, oh, that guy, it's somebody in the neighborhood that is good, that is outstanding, and all of that. So every time this thing comes to my mind, and I try to think about it.
Yes.
How will my family, my
Yes.
friends, how will they see me?
Yes.
So that matters to me. Then the relationship, like everybody around me. I choose my friends.
Yes.
I've been so lucky in my life to be able to not people choosing me. I choose my friends.
Yes.
And those friends, and I want people who can influence me to also press further,
Yes.
to love God, they don't have to be, we don't have to be the same.
Yes.
We can't be the same. See, look at this lady, look at this. We don't look like that.
Yes.
Some big, some small, some tall, some.
Yes.
So I don't want everybody to be like me, or me being like somebody.
Yes.
That iron sharpens iron.
Yes.
Then we can learn from each other, we can support each other, we can help each other, and we can, if possible, lead each other to God.
Okay. Do you think God is real or imaginary?
Oh, it is real. I can tell you several examples of me knowing that God is real. So, as a region manager for Africa for an American company, I travel to different countries every week. When I left Nairobi,
Right.
we just did some 6 months there. Then I was posted.
When was that when you were in Nairobi?
2009-10.
Yes.
So, but I still go every time.
Right.
But I'm talking about 2010 now.
Yeah.
So I go to Sierra Leone for a job. So, and when you go to Sierra Leone, there's always what's it called, like a ferry
Yes.
that takes you from the town
Yes.
to Lungi Airport. So I missed the ferry because I overslept.
Yeah.
So then I just called one of these boys to come, and I paid him $400 to take me on this small boat to take me through the sea. The boy, because he saw the money, he didn't even realize that he doesn't have enough gas in his
vehicle.
boat.
Yeah.
And you can imagine if that boat had stopped in the
Middle of
I
it,
can't
yeah.
even swim no minute. the fish had just consumed me in 1 minute, like under 1 second.
Yeah.
Fish, because it's a big ocean like this
Yes.
one.
Yes.
So, and when the guy told me,
Yes.
I started panicking like crazy.
Yeah.
I started praying to God that, he should just let me land safely.
Yes.
Somehow, however,
Yeah.
we got to the Lungi airport and all of that. So I thought that was number one miracle.
Just getting to the port.
Yes, that's one.
All right.
Then again, I have This is not joke. I'll share with you. I don't talk to people about it. So my first child was through CS. So my wife was
Yes.
then wife was scared of having another child.
Yes.
So I just like cajole her into having another baby.
Yeah.
So when she was pregnant, she was so scared.
Yeah.
So then I went for a program in church, and I just prayed that God. Oh no, the pastor asked us to ask for one thing, and I
Right.
said, look, I want that baby to come now today. And I started praying about it. And honestly, when I go home from that program in the morning,
Yes.
I was sleeping when my mother-in-law took my wife to the hospital.
Yeah.
Before they came to, immediately they got there.
Yeah.
Before she just had the baby.
Oh.
So that can be a coincidence. It just.
What do you mean? It's just a natural process. What do you mean it can be coincidence?
Oh no, that you can't pray for things to happen now.
Yes.
And it happened. Oh yeah. So that's the girl is called God Heard My Voice. That's her name.
In your language?
Yes.
And what's the word for that?
Pardon me?
What's the word? What's the name?
Bomi.
Womi. God had
God heard my voice.
my voice. Okay. Yeah.
I'm telling you. So, and I've seen it happen in so many ways.
Yes.
Not one,
Yes.
not two.
Yes.
And it has taught me to just trust God.
Do you think as Africans we are just like super religious and carried away by any philosophy or religion or Islam or
No.
Christianity
No.
or whatever comes along?
No, not along.
Or what's going on here?
I'm never desperate for anything in life.
Yeah.
But I'm just desperate for God because I've seen God work so much in my life.
Yes. Because like God has worked in your life.
So much.
Okay.
And I got sin that I don't even deserve. My life has been like up and down and up.
Right.
But if I have to look at it,
Yeah.
it's just God's grace because I don't even deserve most of the things I got.
Yes.
But that's what I said.
You have kids now, you have family, you have success, you've traveled to the world, to Canada.
I don't have success. I can't call myself successful.
Yeah.
I don't have because I just stick to being honest
Yes.
and being with integrity. So that doesn't make me to make a lot of money.
Yes.
But even at that, not making a lot of money,
Right.
I feel so fulfilled because even what about if I've made all of the money
Yes.
and I've lost life?
Yes.
So yeah, so I just said, I'm just okay. I'm pressing
Yeah, okay.
forward.
Okay. So okay, with all that, what are your hopes for the your children and how are they doing first, your children and the next generation in your family? How are they doing?
It's
Because let me put it in context. You've come all the friggin' way from Africa. I've come from Kenya. We've come to Canada. We've come to North America, and many other people have come from Europe, from South America, from other parts of the world, and Asia.
and everywhere.
Yes,
yeah.
so the Middle East, Israel, and Arabic countries. We've come here to Canada. So, what are your how is your younger generation doing, and what are your hopes for them? Like
It's challenging.
yes, especially here in Canada or North America, as a
Everywhere.
Nigerian or
Everywhere,
yes,
everywhere.
or everywhere.
Like the kids that
Yes.
we are all bringing up these days, they are different.
Yes,
They become so selfish.
Yes.
They become so self-centered.
Yes.
Like most of the guys that I was mentoring when I was working,
Yes.
who moved to North America, they're still very like you call them like this, they just answer you once.
Yes.
You just they still support their parents.
Yes.
They still do everything.
Yes.
They still bring their parents on holiday.
Yes.
But all these younger ones,
Yeah.
they are so crazy.
Yes.
I mean crazy in another. I'm not saying in a negative way.
Yes.
They just becoming so selfish
Yes.
because of the environment they live in.
Yeah.
When you ask them to to
like
do the house
the
work.
environment here in North America.
Yes,
Yes.
the Western culture.
Yes, Western culture.
My wife was in England two months ago, and she was telling me that the same thing we complain is what our friends are complaining, because these kids now, they just eat, they just drop the plate there, they just don't want to tidy up the house,
Yes.
they just don't want to do this, they want to do that, because like when I was asking
They want to live a soft life.
yes, that's exactly.
And what about responsibility?
Yes.
But we have our values, we have our
Yes.
culture, we have our,
Absolutely.
and also Canada has its own.
Absolutely.
Are these things in conflict, or are they working together,
No,
or
they-
is it helping to
no.
make us stronger, especially as
They're in
men
conflict
from
because
Africa or black men in North America?
No, they're in conflict
Yes.
because most of their friends will roll up from bed
Yes.
and roll to their parents will make their food.
Right.
So when you ask them, go make your food, they say, oh, I say, look, go make your food. Say, oh, my friends don't do that. They pack their food. I say, oh,
Right.
do I look white?
Yeah.
Do I look this?
Yes.
Just to let them understand
Yes.
that, from where we were brought up,
Yes.
when you wake up, you tidy up your room,
Yes.
you clean yourself up,
Yes.
don't wear your PJ to
Yes.
school.
Yes.
I said, look, we were wearing uniform.
Yeah, because
My
basic
primary
decency,
school,
basic responsibility.
My primary school,
Yes.
it was white,
Yes.
over white,
Yes.
with a cortina shoe.
Uniform,
brown. You have
uniform.
to polish it.
Yes.
You have to polish the shoe.
Yeah.
In high school,
Right.
it was green
Yes.
and white.
Do you still polish your shoes now?
Oh,
No.
I do. I honestly, I still, when I was living, I
Right.
still cleaned the shoes I
Yes,
had.
yes.
I cleaned them, I
Right.
put them away.
Yes.
No, they know me. If you ask my kids, I'm not joking. They'll
Right,
tell you.
yeah.
I do that. I'm trying to instill those discipline in them.
Yes.
So that, because it is what you used to that grows with you.
Yeah.
If you used to just come back from sport, just drop your bag and walk away.
Right.
When you become an adult, that's what happens to you.
Yes.
I've seen it over and over again.
Yes.
When I left college, I was going to rent a house.
Yes.
And the landlord, the agent in Scotland, didn't
Yes.
know that the kids living in the house, they're terrible. The agent just took me to the house.
Yes.
When we entered the house was occupied by 3 boys.
Yes.
It was in a big mess.
Yeah.
Like a junkyard.
Right.
So so we just need to keep reminding them that this is who you are. You should be better. You should improve your life.
Yes.
You should, because at the end of the day, I was telling them, if you make your life better, the first beneficiary is you.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to ask you for any money
Yes.
or anything. Your parents will not ask you for any money.
At
because
this stage in life, we are starting to grow now. Do you think we should be telling them, or should they have figured it out for themselves naturally? Because
can't
now
figure-
they like to pick up that sense of responsibility.
they can't figure it out.
They cannot.
They can't, honestly.
What
they
makes
can't.
you say they cannot figure it out?
They can't figure it out. If you leave them, they will be useless, because at the end of
Yes.
the day,
Yes.
if nobody is
Yes.
telling them, reminding them,
Yes.
instilling it in them,
Yes.
they will never know how to do it.
Yes.
I used to, in Africa,
Yes.
most of the boys I work with, I can tell you where they are today.
Right.
2 of them in Amazon.
Yes.
One is a vice president with Chase Bank
Yes.
in the US. And these kids, they just came from Africa
Yes.
to the West,
Yes.
and they're doing so well. But I used to work with some kids here.
Yeah.
They're just not so serious. They just want to, they do low-level job, and what they want to do, play games and talk about computing
Right.
games and all of that from morning to night and
Yes.
all of that. How can that help your life? Even if you want to be a gamer,
Yes.
you should still have the discipline
Yes.
to be able to study, to be able to up your game, to be a good gamer.
Good gamer, so that they excel in it, and
Absolutely.
hopefully develop a game, and then now it brings them income. Though they can still have income
Yes.
by playing the game and
Absolutely.
whatever.
So you turn that
Yeah.
passion into business. But
Yeah,
here
into
they just
business.
want to sit down, lazy about, eat there, left the food there.
Yes.
And I keep looking at them,
Yes.
because you're not supposed to talk to them, because it's not you're not the parent.
Yes.
Because if you talk to them, it's like you are intimidating or harassing them.
Yes.
Meanwhile, in Africa, if you do that with me as my employee,
Yes.
I've told my staff to sack the boyfriend before.
Yes.
And she was so thankful
Yeah.
for so many years,
Yeah.
because the guy was lazy, the
Yeah.
guy was earning good money, and because of that, the guy doesn't want to work.
Yes.
So as soon as the girl sacked the boy,
Yeah.
got somebody who was better.
Right.
So you open my eyes.
Right.
But here you can't do that, because the system does not allow you, encourage you to be able to do that to them. You have to massage their ego.
Right.
You have to but it is what it is.
The other thing I want to ask, it is what it is. But for you as a Nigerian now in Canada, and for me as a Kenyan here in Canada, and you have your culture in Nigeria. For your community, I have my Kalenjin culture in Kenya, from Bomet County. Now, our people tend to face challenges here from African culture, and also from just living here in North America. Because here we are considered as black men, and also like across the ocean right there, there's a community called North Preston, and there's a couple of other communities here. I think outside of Montreal, Quebec now has a big population of Africans, but this has the oldest, largest African community in Canada. But there's still a lot of what Bob Marley called mental slavery, a lot of it, and a lot of challenges, even mistrust between the Africans themselves that came from the Caribbean, came from Africa.
You don't trust each other.
And the ones that have been here 300 years and stuff. And the government kind of like gets in and divides it even more and stuff for some reason. How can we solve that? How can we address that? And what can the friggin' black man or the African man and family do to become stronger and more united and to work together? Or the African community in Canada and in USA and in Africa and all over the world.
This, I've seen when I was living in England, you see a guy who just coming from India. In 2 months, he can't even speak English.
Yes.
The community will give him money to start a small business. This guy it's a true life story. This guy, a girl that I know in the neighborhood brought a guy from India who can't even speak English.
Right.
And in 2 months, they gave the guy some money, and the guy started buying, hold houses for 50,000. Do it up, sell it for 150, and before you know it, 2 years he became a millionaire. Like 3 years.
Wow.
But for our community, we don't support each other. We don't encourage each other, and we don't even check in on each other. The first thing to do is to love one another. Honestly, we don't, Africans, Caribbeans, we just want to compete with each other. If somebody, I don't want this person to be better than me. I don't want this, and the most important thing is just to support each other. Just like the Chinese community, just like the Indian community. Ukrainian too, everyone support each other. But we compete with ourselves. We don't want the other one to be better than each other. No, we need to just go to that level where you see this person like a brother.